This movie doesn't deserve an introduction.
You got what I need, but you say he just a friend, and you say he just a friend. Oh, baby, you got what I need, but you say he just a friend, but you say he just a friend. Oh, baby, you got what I need.
Every YouTube critic who loved this movie, I am very happy you liked it. And because I know that you are being honest in your liking for this movie. I know that because I know most of you aren't getting paid, and the people who aren't getting paid a lot. And so I know you guys are totally honest. I'm happy you like this movie. I just disagree. But what I can't stand is all the critics who, because some major critic, whether it's, Roger Ebert or whoever, like this movie, they don't want to be the one to come out of it saying, it wasn't me. I wasn't the one who didn't like Scorsese's newest film. This is boring! God, this movie is boring, 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 boring! Last week, I talked about how the Muppets, I compared the Muppets to Where the Wild Things Are, and this movie reminded me so much of Where the Wild Things Are, and the fact that it's a kids movie that people love because of two reasons. One, it's a director who's never really made a bad film, and they don't want to admit that this movie is heavily flawed. And I'm being generous there, saying it's heavily flawed, because this movie's a piece of ass. No, piece of ass is good. This movie's a piece of shit. Or two, the fact that it's a kids movie that doesn't talk down to children. I'm going to say what's good, alright, because there are some good things, alright? Ben Kingsley is great. All the other actors are really good. I love Chloe Moretz. She's one of my favorite young actresses. She was amazing in Kick-Ass, and I think she's really good here. She kept the accent the whole way through. I should love this movie. It's all about old cinema, or a lot of it is, and that's the most interesting part. That part, there's like a 10-minute scene where all of a sudden the movie becomes golden. It becomes really good when they go into Ben Kingsley's backstory, and it's all about old age of cinema, and it made me feel like I did when I was watching, movies when I was younger, and going, how did they do that? And it really is amazing, that scene. The worst kids' movies have brightly colored images. This movie doesn't even have brightly colored images. Anyway, this review, I felt more for the Muppets in that movie than I did in this movie. And once again, my least favorite movies are the ones that have the most potential. This movie had so much potential. It's directed by freaking Martin Scorsese, for Christ. The Departed is like in my top 10 all time for favorite movies. I am so sad. Like, this movie ruined my day. There's nothing at stake to this movie. It's marketing itself as some sort of big, adventurous kids movie. And, literally, the biggest adventure in this movie is them going to a library. Like, that's what they do. It's like, I love adventures. Oh, let's read a book. That's what all kids love. Jules Verne stories. Robin Hood. That's the ticket. They love books like that. They aren't reading Dr. Seuss stuff. No. They're reading 300-page novels. Pixar movies don't talk to children, okay? They don't talk to children at all. They just tell a great story. And this movie didn't do that. It was just tedious. This movie is a kids movie that is 2 hours long. It did not have to be that long. You could have easily, and I mean easily, cut 30 minutes out of this movie. Like, there's no sense of adventure. There's no sense of whimsicalness. There's no charm. That's what I'm looking for. There is no charm to this movie whatsoever. Ever. Don't say that I don't like slow movies, because you, sir, that person who says that is a liar, your pants are on fire! And don't say it's not, because in every interview I've seen, Martin Scorsese is saying, yeah, it's a kids movie. When I really wanted to make a kids movie, and I just thought, the Adventures of Hugo Cabara, it's a great story, and I just think it's a really great story, and I wanted to make it. The biggest crime a movie can commit is that it bores me, and this movie should have been a pig, a roasted ox, because it was a bore. Most boring movie I've seen since Robin Hood, alright? And so go ahead, write your little nasty comments saying you don't know shit about movies. You're an idiot. You're 3.5. This movie was genius. It's like, yeah, I'm an idiot. Yeah, I don't see. I'm too dumb to be reviewing movies. My videos suck. I never get any views. Screw you. I hated the frickin' movie. 3.5 out of 10. Be gone.